Welcome back everyone to another video on the El Pearly channel. Today we're going to be comparing two colognes that have always smelled really similar to me, yet I wasn't really able to find anything online comparing the two. That being Azzaro Most Wanted and Rabanne Phantom. Got the little thing right here. Both are the original versions of their cologne. We're not going to be going over any flankers or anything. I will go ahead and show the note breakdowns so you guys can go over those. Even though the note breakdowns are nothing alike, I think they both still smell very purple. We can go over how they're similar before we go over how they're different. So these are both very purpley sweet smelling scents to me. I think the cardamom does the heavy lifting in Most Wanted, and the lavender in Phantom does a lot of the does a lot of the heavy lifting for these colognes. I think these are both clubbing or like first or second date fragrances. I feel like either of these on a first date, I feel like it's maybe trying too hard. I don't know, just my opinion. Maybe I'm overthinking it. They're both designer brand, so they're basically neighbors. They're both going to be fighting for the same shelf space at your local Sephora. They're both going to cost you around the same amount, being pretty much average designer brand price. Sorry, I was trying to put that back in there. Pretty average designer brand price. Both have very goofy looking bottles. They're both, so just to recap, they're both designer colognes that aim for sort of a sweet purple scent, despite having completely different note breakdowns. Purple cologne isn't really an established type category as much as like blue or green or even yellow is, but I feel like it's kind of appropriate to define it. Now we can kind of go over how they're different. So Phantom is much more synthetic and earthy than Most Wanted. Sometimes to its detriment, it can be kind of cloying, kind of a little bit stale sometimes. Maybe it's the vetiver, I don't know. The funny little robot bottle doesn't make up for the kind of medicinal, like stale scent you can get from this sometimes. It's just not for me exactly, and that's coming from someone who's worn it on and off for a while. Most Wanted lasts a lot longer than Phantom. I think it's a lot sweeter and a lot more natural way. The cardamom and toffee on this kind of smells like cookies or something together sometimes. Not exactly. It reminds me of cookies. It doesn't smell like cookies. It's a much better way to put it. Honestly, I think neither are masterclass fragrances. I think they're both just kind of sweet entry point fragrances, but I think Most Wanted definitely takes the cake over Phantom. These are both pretty popular among newcomers to the gateway drug of cologne. I think they kind of get a bad rap amongst fragrance snobs for being kind of like generic or crowd pleasing. I can't defend Phantom too much, but I'm an Azzaro Most Wanted defender, honestly. There was a time when I wore Phantom and I thought it was really good, but I've kind of soured on it since then. It's just not. It's just too generic. Projection isn't great. Actually, I mean the projection is good, but it doesn't last very long. So like everyone is going to smell you for 2 hours, and then nobody will smell you after that. So it's kind of undesirable in that context, honestly. Azzaro Most Wanted, I kind of have some nostalgia for it because I used to wear it a lot, and I think it gets kind of flack from people for a lot of the same reasons as Phantom does. That being kind of generic, and it's overappreciated and gassed up by people who are like super new to cologne, but I like it. It might be overrated a little bit, but it's still really good. People are going to think you smell amazing when you wear it. It's kind of like a fragrance snob thing to hate on, just something that's going to make you smell amazing. Unless it's just super overpriced or super overrated. But yeah. Azzaro Most Wanted, super big fan of it. I think it's definitely worth picking up a travel size or maybe a smaller size before you pick up a larger bottle. I mean, you can find this and Phantom at your local Sephora, like I said, so it shouldn't be hard for you to try these if you do want to try them. But yeah, that pretty much covers everything I have to say. Let me know in the comments if you guys also think these smell similar. I'm basically like the first person to say I think they smell kind of both purple. So let me know if you guys agree in the comments. If you have anything else to add, let me know. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace out.